bit, the zone, working with PBC.
Yeah.
They're all under the same umbrella, bro. You guys are all under the same umbrella. I feel like this is like the dream come true.
Yes. Now, I mean, fights should be made easier now, all right? But we'll see what becomes of it, because there's so much talk. But this is a step forward for everything in boxing.
Right. I mean, just you yourself, like that's kind of a fan's perspective, right? Like, oh, it's good that they're all together. I mean, you yourself kind of feel the same way, like, oh man, it might be easier to get these things done.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, everybody fighting on the same platform. It only makes sense, you know. If there's nothing to become of this, it's kind of a letdown. But I think this is the right way to do it. Now everybody is looking everybody in the face. You know, there's no excuses.
Right. I mean, I feel like that's great news for boxing fans who've been wanting them for a while. Just you as a fighter, man. Now, you know, this boot fight, Virgil, like kind of all these other guys. I mean, now that it seems a little more realistic, I don't know, is that any of these guys kind of rise to the top in your eyes?
Absolutely. Now we're sharing the same neck, where it has to be, you know, because they're going to be watching me fight on the zone. They're going to be watching the other names fighting on the zone. It's like, why aren't these guys fighting each other? Well, now it's realistic.
Just gotta get your take, brother. Xander versus Boots. Great fight.
Yeah.
Maybe a little better than people expected. I feel like Xander put a better effort than most critics were maybe giving him in that fight. Just what were your thoughts on it?
It was entertaining. From what I saw, I didn't watch the whole fight because, you know, the zone was having technical difficulties that day. It sounds kind of bad, right, what we're doing today, but you know, they're doing their thing. From what I saw, it looked competitive. It looked competitive until it wasn't, of course, but you know, that was good. Good fight for both of them.
Just what was your take on, you know, everyone's talking about the third round just because it seemed like Boots finally seemed vulnerable, kind of, you know, in a fight, you know, seemed to be getting touched up. He afterwards said that, you know, he was just having fun, but you know, the eye test says it was, you know, maybe a little bit of a struggle for him. Just what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I get the fun part because, I mean, I'm not what's the word? But I know that feeling of falling into that fight. Yeah, I get that feeling because there's times where, I mean, there's plenty of times that I'm probably the most known fighter for going in there in the inside when I didn't have to, but yeah, I get the moments, you know, you get falling for the hype and you just want to make it a good fight. I mean, he still got the result he wanted. So, you know, he looked good. I think a fight with me and him will be a great fight.
I was going to say, I mean, you know, you obviously have a belt. He has 2 belts now. But I believe Samson, I don't know if this, you know, you can't believe the internet completely, right?
Yeah,
but so,
exactly.
Like, Samson said something about, I think you're taking care of your mandatory first and then we'll talk about it?
Yeah, well, I mean, if they have us up on the stage later on, we'll really be talking about that more. But, you know, I'm not one to talk that much, really, you know. One day it looked like we were fighting him, which would sound good, you know, sound good to me. The next day, everybody's calling us things like negative things. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. That's boxing. Look at the last guy we fought, Thurman. You know, talked a lot of stuff. I mean, we saw the end result for that, but you know, until we sign that contract or anything becomes of it, I mean, we'll let you know. For real. I mean, because they never offered me no fight. You guys were calling me Doug for a fight that never happened. You know, if Boots didn't win the fight and Zayas won, and we didn't fight Boots, would we still be a Duck? I don't think so. So, you know, things need to make sense. You know, we were actually in talks for Josh Kelly to unify with him, but he wanted to fight in, I think, this month. He wants to fight in July or whatever. That didn't line up with us. And he wanted to fight in England. Again, that didn't line up with us. So that fight didn't become. But, you know, we never this guy wasn't champion yet. This guy wasn't even a champion yet. So to be saying stuff that's unrealistic, like you said in the beginning of the interview, to believe things from just random people kind of sucks. But I mean, that's the sport. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna have my people. They're gonna have theirs.
All right, guys, you heard it from the man himself. He said he's interested in this bout. I know we all are excited to see this. It's looking like early 2027. From reports, it's looking no earlier than February, as late as May. So hopefully we get to see these two champions come together at 154 and unify these belts. I think Boots has the edge, right? He's coming off a big win. He's stepping up to a new division. I think as a fighter advantage, he's just more skillful as a fighter. He has not been defeated. He doesn't have a recipe to defeat, as Fundora does, to his loss and knockout loss to Brian Mendoza. Fundora bounced back from that loss, so nothing but respect to Fundora and his team. Shout out to everybody that's put this together. Shout out Fight Hub for the credit of this video. Shout out to DAZN, TNT Sports. We all appreciate this as fight fans. We want to see these guys, while they're young, in their prime, at their best, face each other so we can determine who in fact is the pound for pound best in the world. Now that we no longer have Crawford on that list, and we have Crawford in those weight classes, 54, 60, or 68, now we have young lions that are willing to put everything on the line to reclaim or claim that #1 spot. So we all know Boots from 147. He was the #1 guy there, ran through the division. Fundora has been beating up most of the guys at 54, just off a big win off of former world champion Keith, one-time Thurman. Took me a minute to get it out. Shout out to Keith, man. I love that fight. It was a great fight as well. Keith just didn't have enough for the young champ. This is boxing. This is what happens. Styles make fights. We want to see these guys compete. Win, lose, or draw. No respect is lost. The respect that's lost is when you have guys that are being cowards that don't want to put their titles on the line. They don't want to put their O's on the line. I see Boots. I see his team. I'm looking at what they're saying. I'm keeping up to date with everything. They want this fight. We're all hoping to see this 2027, top of the year.